Okay, and thank you for watching my YouTube video on how to do the e-expenses mileage claims, primarily for therapies bcuhb podiatry. Hello. So we should have had an email through to our Outlook Outlook email accounts from sel@expenses.com, giving us a company ID, giving us a username, which is our payroll number, and also a password. If you haven't had a password, don't panic. As long as you've got a company ID and a username, we can use the forgotten details button here to send ourselves via our work emails a password. Once you've got that, you put that in and you're good to go. I recommend clicking the remember details checkbox here. Mainly it'll remember your company ID and username, but it won't remember your password. You have to do that bit. It'll be a 7-character password with a number and a symbol of some sort. Notice at the top here the web address is HTTPS, which means it's a secure site. Now you can access this site from home or work as long as you put in www.sel-expenses.com in. Now this is in the email you'll get from them, the link, but you can type that in there or paste it in there. Any web browser, whether it's in work, on Tiz, or at home in Google, then you paste that in and press go or enter and it'll take you to the screen. Once there, company ID, username, payroll number, password, hit log on or click log on and you'll get to this page. I highly recommend the first thing you do is go to my details. Check out in edit my details that your home address is correct, your base is correct, and that your car is correct. Now it uses these 3 things primarily to work out your mileage claims. So if they're not right, your mileage claim is going to be wrong. Check they're right. If they're not, contact your line manager would be my recommendation. And also in help and support here, there's someone from an administrative side from this side of things who can change bits and pieces in the ESR part of this bit for you. Other than that, assumes all well. Everyone gets drawn to the expenses mobile app. Now, first time you do it, just keep it simple. Stick to an online claim. Do the app afterwards, okay? Just do a few normal claims first would be my recommendation. And this is the bit we need. My claims. Click on my claims. I've got no current claims, no previous claims, and no submitted claims. It'll be a clean slate, and you'll have the same thing the first time you use it. Current claims is where we want to click. Okay, so I want to create a claim form. My claim name is my name. Don't worry about the number at the end. That doesn't make any difference. As long as it's your name there, that's fine. Description, put in the month that you're claiming for. March 2013 in this instance, and save. Now we've created a claim form. To see this claim form, I click on my name. My name is actually a little link, and if I click on it, I get a form. Now this is my claim form, which is empty because I've not made any claims yet. So I want to add a day's miles to this claim. Top left, add item, click it. Here we go. This is the page where we add some miles. First thing to do, left hand column. My expense items. There's a few things to choose from, quite a few things to choose from, but business miles is going to be the everyday one. We've also got lease car miles if you've got a lease car, parking if you're submitting a parking claim, or toll if you're submitting a toll claim. But I imagine that for the most cases it's going to be business miles checked here. The date, there's a little calendar. I can choose which date I'm claiming for. If it's not today, I could choose a previous day. I can't, of course, choose to claim a day in advance of now because I haven't done it yet. But I can choose any day from today backwards. So let's say I want to choose Wednesday the 6th of March. There you go, Wednesday the 6th of March. What's the reason for this claim? I get a drop down list. Clinical activity, clinical duties, community visit. I would say within podiatry, it's either going to be clinical activity. If it's from clinical place to place, it's going to be clinical activity. Otherwise, it's going to be domiciliary visit if it's DOMS. We've got meetings and things like this in there as well. Choose whatever you think is the most appropriate, but I would guess it's either going to be domiciliary visit or clinical activity. I'm going to choose clinical activity because I'm going from my base to another clinic and back again today in this example. If your activity mirrors what's on Therapy Manager, great. Leave other details blank. Otherwise, you might want to put in something here which explains what you're doing if it's different to what might be on Therapy Manager or any other diary system you're using. Other bits are done for you. The business mileage, they've a bit of official bits and pieces they have to put in here. Add new car. Now it knows what car I've got, but if my car, as it often is in the garage for any reason being repaired, then I might have a temporary car and I might want to add that car for this particular day's claim, in which case I'll choose that add new car bit. Assuming my car for once isn't in the garage, then I carry on as normal. Now I'm going to go from my base, which is Ruthin. Now you'll see here, and it pops up with some choices in Ruthin automatically. I haven't put these in, this is in the system if you like. Ruthin Community Hospital, Ruthin Clinic, Ruthin County Hall, Ruthin Library. Ruthin Tesco isn't there, but it should be. But I'm going to put Ruthin. Let it choose for me again. So Ruthin Hospital. There you go. And I'm going to go to Denbigh. Again, it'll come up with choices in Denbigh. I don't have to type in Denbigh. I could have put in the postcode. If I knew the postcode for Denbigh, wherever I'm going, put that in, and again, it'll come up with a list of places around and about that postcode for me to choose from. Denbigh Hospital, fine. It automatically knows that that's going to be 7.7 miles by its normal route. I think it uses the area route finder, but it knows what it should be, and it puts that in the recommended distance. Now you can overrule that, and let's say I'm going from Ruthin to Denbigh, and for whatever reason there's a, I don't know, a tree across the road, a rampant bull loose or on the road or whatever. I've got to take a quick detour via Prion or something like that, and it turns out to be not 7.7 but 20 miles. Fine, okay, I've overruled it, but it will flag up for whoever signing this form off will know the recommended distance was 7.7 miles and you've changed it to 20, and they might well ask you to justify that, so be prepared for that. Me, I'm going to keep it simple here, 7.7 miles. Number of passengers, I didn't have any, I'm going to leave it blank, but if I did, I would add some. Heavy or bulky equipment for podiatry and orthotics, unless pre-agreed, I would leave that unchecked. View the recommended route. Now, I can see how it got to 7.7 from this. It's not showing me, it's not telling me how I should have done it, it's showing me how it got to 7.7 miles. If I was debating if it was actually taking me to the right place or not with this working out. Now then, I went from Ruthin to Denbigh, my base to Denbigh Clinic, and there's a very, very good chance then I will be coming back from Denbigh to Ruthin that day. So rather than put it in as a separate line, I can just check this box here, return to start address, and that will work it out for me. That will assume then that it's going to just double this, and rather than be 7.7, it's going to be 15.4, whatever it be. Okay, car, it's my car, and that's it. I'm done. I just click save, and here we are. Is my form again, but now I've got a line in my form, and it's from the 6th of March, which is the date I've just entered. Business mileage, clinical activity, 15 miles, which gives me £9.09. Great, and that's the only date I've put in so far. If I've realised I've just made a mistake here, I can edit it through the first icon on this row, edit. That'll open up this form again for me, the one I've just done. It's automatically then added the return journey, of course, but I could change any bits and pieces in that and save it. I'm happy with it though, so I'm going to cancel that. If I'd made a complete hash of it, I could delete the row altogether using this red X here. Now it's telling me the date and the expense item and the clinical activity and the miles, but it's not showing me where. And if I wanted to be reminded of this little blue car icon, if I click on that, it'll show me a little summary of what this claim was for, should I wish to have a look at that. Otherwise, all's well. And that's one day. I want to add another day. I go back, top left, add item. So that was for the 6th. This time I'm going to add one for the Thursday the 7th. Again, it's going to be business miles. It's going to be for clinical activity. And this time I'm going to go from my base, which is Rithin Community Hospital, to somewhere it won't know. Timbuktu. There you go. A little village just outside of Dolgellau. Timbuktu. Anyway, Timbuktu. Now, it's not come up with any idea where Timbuktu is. As soon as I click anything, it's come up with this find address box. It doesn't know this address at all. So it either wants me to add it or find it. Find address, I could add some more details to see if I could force it to find the address, but it's pretty sure it can't. That's why it's taking me straight to add new address. Timbuktu, give me the postcode, give me some more details, save it, and it'll be in the system next time I need it. That's what it's asking me to do here. So once I put it in once, it'll know where it is. I've had to do this with a few obscure DOMs, rural DOMs, but once they're in, and that's it. Sometimes a bit of groundwork to do initially, but once they're there, that's fine. But assume it's all well. I'm going to close that. So I'm going to actually, instead of Timbuktu, I'm going to say Dolgellau. Again, Dolgellau knows Barmouth District Hospital. One thing to note with people in the west or go to Alltwen Hospital, don't put in Alltwen. It's going to come up with an LL55 address, which isn't Alltwen Hospital. You have to put in Ysbyty Alltwen, which will give you the LL49 address, the correct one. So now I've gone from Rithin Community Hospital to Ysbyty Alltwen in this example. No passengers, no heavy bulky equipment. It's a return journey. Save. And there's my second line. There's one I did before, the 6th. This is the one I've just done, the 7th. It's business miles, it's clinical activity. It's 102 miles, £59.57p. Don't worry, Stuart, this is only fictional. I'm not putting this claim in. Right, so, and I keep on doing this day by day until I've finished March. Last day of March, first day of April, or thereabouts, I've finished this form, I can submit it. Until then, before then, I could change it and edit anything I want in this form. But once I've submitted it, I've submitted it. To submit this form when it's finished, where we've been adding items, a little bit further down, we've got Submit Claim. Click that when it's ready to go, and it goes. Barring any queries, then as your paper form does, it'll be automatically done, signed off by your line manager, and it'll be in your next month's pay. Now I know some journeys will have more than simple steps like this. It's not from one place to another. There'll be multiple steps, especially domiciliary visits. And I'm going to cover that in the next video. So I hope this has been of some help as a basic one, from place to place kind of claim. Let me know if it was any good or if it wasn't any good and how I could improve it. Always happy to hear constructive criticism. So otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find the other videos as helpful. And thank you very much for watching. Take care.